There we go. But geez, I've only been doing this for 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. 5 long years. Wait, let me rephrase that. 6 long years. Since 2020, since the great pandemic of 2020. Jeff, I see you're here already. Sharon is here. Woot, woot from New York State. It's Tuesday Night Live. All right, so tonight I've probably made an egregious error, but I don't know who it was. Jeff, was it you? Somebody, no, I think it was Atlanta Pinstripes, was like, man, you should do an entire evening of just your songs. And I was like, sure, okay, I'll do that. So this week I endeavored to do that. And oh my gosh, my golly. Hey, Phil. There we go. Atlanta Pinstripes. How about them Mets? Oh my God. Let me see. I know that I have something good here for the Mets. Come on, where is it? Yeah, the hapless Mets. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what to say, but I'll leave that one alone. But anyway, what I do want to talk about is that tonight I'm going to be doing all original compositions. Atlanta Pinstripes, was that you that wanted me to do that? Or was it Phil? Or was it Jeff? Sharon, I know it wasn't. Ah, there you go. So this is all your fault. But I'm doing it. I'm going to do all originals tonight, all original compositions. So let's see how this goes, because I challenged myself. I'm so stupid. It's always like, I'm going to challenge myself this week. And then I'm like, ay. Phil, can you do your first and latest tunes? Well, I'm going to dive back. I'm not going to dive back to my very first record, but I'll be jumping around. I'm going to be jumping around, let me tell you. And so the first one we're going to start tonight is from a record I did in the 1990s called, the early 1990s, called, the record, the CD was Shootin' Pool at Leo's. And the song is Thang. I've actually played this before. And I figured this would be a nice song to start with. And I really copped out where a lot of the tunes tonight are either rhythm changes or blues. And this happens to be kind of a cross-eyed blues. Okay. Let's see. Phil said I was under that songs from a songbook were supposed to have lyrics. Raise that angelic voice. I do have one that I'm gonna sing. I'm not really a big lyric dude, as you'll see from the one song I'll sing. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Lydia's here. My mom hanging tough. Let's see. Yeah, the MGB. Yeah. Can you give us the years written on each tune? Oh Lord. Yeah, I guess I could. I don't know the year of that. I do know that the next song I'm going to do is a song called Monkology, and it's from my latest release called Loop-Mania 2025. So it was written in 2025. Atlanta Pinstripe said, saw some stank face. Yeah, like that bit of dissonance in that one phrasing. Jimmy Page quote too. Yeah, you know. Only steal from the best. And yes, I am working on my stink face. Always. I practice that like 10 minutes every day in the mirror. Okay. Anyway, so now this next one is Monkology. And this is a rhythm changes tune, but it's called Monkology because it's based on the chord subs that Monk would sometimes use on rhythm changes. And I wrote a wacky little melody on it. And it goes something like this. A little Monkology. No, that was, no. Just no. Okay, this is what I meant. One more time. you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I beseech you. Monkening. And you know, I have Loop-Mania 2025 and 2024, and those were never designed to ever be played out live. And so, yes, it is Loop-Mania where I'm using a lot of loops and a lot of loop technology, but to try and pull it off live is a whole different set of circumstances. Let's see, Atlanta Pinstripe says, yeah, really nice piece. I requested that one a few weeks ago, and you didn't remember that you knew it or that you wrote it. Yeah, I know. That's typical me. Yes. He said, I hope you post that one as a no-net video. Yeah, I kind of pick, you know, the ones that, like, I don't totally screw up, and I post them during the week for your listening pleasure. All right, so next up on our hit parade, number 3 on our countdown, Casey's countdown, is Struttin from the Putt Lake Toodleloo CD, which is not that old. That would have to be, Putt Lake Toodleloo would be, I don't know, maybe like 2022 or 2020, something like that. Yeah, so that's a relatively new one. Struttin. Not to be confused with strutting at some barbecue, but just strutting like a doodah man. Yes, the rhythm changes. by you know who. Okay, let's see. What's a no-net video? There you go. That's a good question. So Atlanta Pinstripes is. Oh, he's asking what is it? Jeff is asking, or is he asking Atlanta Pinstripes? For the uninformed of us, yes, a no-net video is what you're seeing here, where I'm basically playing live. Like I can't go back and do like another take. You know, a lot of what you see on YouTube. You know, maybe they did it like 20 times till they got one that was good, and then they post it, you know. So what I'm doing here is I just go for it, right? And so no net, meaning that like I can't go back and redo it. As you know from the many mistakes I've made, you can't go back and redo it. And so that's why I call it live, no net. That's right, live, one take, you know. So it's just like one take, live, no net, no going back. A true live performance, which I kind of enjoy, and I kind of enjoy doing for you because it's not too often, unless you go out and see live music, that you get to see actual people, you know, performing with no net. You know, if you're watching somebody live, that's it. What they play is what you get, you know. And unfortunately, on the internet, on YouTube, not only is some of it like super rehearsed and done a million times over until it's right, but sometimes it's not even the person playing, they're overdubbing, you know, like they play it perfectly and record it, and then they kind of mime along to what they played. So, you know, I mean, it's all good. I'm not judging. It's not my job to judge. I was just answering the question of, you know, what does no net mean? So now we know. No net. And he said, and here I thought you were improvising. Yes, totally. Totally improvising. Yes. So it's a challenge, but, you know, it's fun. And at this point, I just feel, I don't know what I feel, but, you know, I don't want to say I don't feel like I have nothing to prove, but, you know, I just enjoy playing, and I enjoy doing this every week. I love you guys in the chat bar. I look forward to it. So to me, it's not about like how perfect am I. You know, I mean, of course, I practice like crazy all the time, and I try and do as good as I can. But the goal is to have fun and to do, you know, to engage with you musically and socially. And so I think that in that regard, this is pretty successful. All right, so enough of that. So now let's go to Loop-Mania 2024. And this is a song called Dribbles Cafe. And it might be my favorite song on that recording because the drum loop on there was given to me by Jay Mumford. Used to J-Zone Mumford. And this is a cat that's had a long career. Started out as a hip hop guy, did that like maybe for 20 years, you know, like had like a full blown ride. And then really got into playing drums and has reemerged as this killing, soulful, funky drummer. And the drum loop on here is a loop that he gave me. I saw him playing on the internet. And again, he's doing his thing just live, you know. And I said, man, can you send me? Do you have a recording of that? Like, can I get that? And so he sent it to me, and I built a song around that. And it's called Dribbles Cafe because he went to Purchase College. He's a graduate of Purchase. And I taught at Purchase. And in the phys ed building, there used to be a cafe. And it was called Dribbles Cafe. I guess like dribbling a basketball. I just always thought that was a funny name because I always thought of like just dribbling. So it was Dribbles Cafe, and that's what this song is called, Dribbles Cafe. And so again, you'll have to forgive my awkward loopiness. Although I think I came up with like a proper loop for this. And again, this falls under the category of like a sideways blues. Like a lot of what I'm doing tonight to me either feels like rhythm changes or some kind of crazy blues where, it's not like the exact chord changes of blues, but it's pretty close and the form is very similar to blues. So let's see if I can pull this off. Hope I did this right. How about this? There we go. Here we go. A little Dribbles Cafe. I like that minor major 7 thing. And then minor 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was fun. And I probably should have voiced the second one higher. Oh, well, next time. All right, so that was Dribbles Cafe. What do I got here next? So who is it? Phil, did you say? How could you say that you write songs and there's no lyrics? So, I don't know. You'll have to take that up with Bach. Oh, and Beethoven. And but anyway, so I do have a song that has lyrics. This is Cast Your Fate to the Wind, Cried Mary. And this is on, what the hell is this on? Maybe on Putt, Toodleloo, I think. This one I didn't write down where it was from because I just kind of thought of it later on. I was like, oh, yeah, I got to do this one. Got to do one vocal tune, right? Sharon said, truly love this, Doug. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate it. Let's see. This is so cool tonight. Another no-net video post, Dribbles Cafe. Agree with Phil and Sharon. So moody. Yeah, it was pretty moody, wasn't it? And the drum beat. You got to go check it out. It's probably online. Everything I do is online and for free, so go check it out. Not only did you dribble, you palmed a note or two. Oh. Did you know that in basketball they don't do travel anymore? They don't do traveling. That's what I've heard. You know, like if you have the ball, you can't hold the ball and take like 2 steps, right? So like if you go to shoot, you're supposed to like take, you could take a step and shoot. But apparently now the getting called for a walking violation is pretty much non-existent. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. I know a little about love, and maybe I could guess the rest. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah, Cast Your Fate to the Wind. So after you hear the lyrics of this, you'll know why I am not a lyricist. Although I do have to say, when I was looking through all my old stuff, I found some songs that are 50 years old that I wrote with a fellow named Johnny Ramondo. Oh, I just dropped my pick. You know what? I'm not even going to bend over. I'm just going to take another one. My friend Johnny Ramondo and I, pretty much right after I had my spinal surgery and I had to start my whole life over again, reemerging as a musician, we were a songwriting team, and we used to go down to 1500 Broadway and hawk our songs to publishing companies. Oops. And so I found a couple that are, the earliest one I found was 76. So that's pretty dang early. Pretty dang early, because I had my spinal surgery in 74, and I was pretty much out of commission for an entire year. So it was pretty much, like right in the beginning of me starting this new career as a musician. But anyway, this is not from then. This is from, I think, Putt Lake Toodleloo, and it's an actual vocal song. And my point was that back then, me and Johnny, we wrote lyrics, and I got to say, I could never get past like just making a joke of all the lyrics. That was always my problem, as you'll tell from this song. And yes, I'm palm muting. I am, right there. I cast my fate to the wind, she cried Mary. Mary had a little lamb. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death. Just a tic-tac for every breath. You took me to the cleaners, left me for dead. Poor fool on a hill in a field of dreams. Hey Scooby-Doo, I'm over here, there and everywhere, uptight and out of sight. Kid Dynamite, you know my name, look up the number 8675309. No matter where I go, here I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death, just a tic-tac for every breath. It took me to the cleanest, left me for dead. Poor fool on a hill in a field of dreams. Woo. Great chords, if I play them right. Dynamics. Cast my fate to the wind, it cried Mary. Mary had a little lamb. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, here I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death, just a tic-tac for every breath. You took me to the cleanest, left me for dead. Poor fool on a hill in a field of dreams. You left me in a pool of my own bloody Mary. Kamikaze Valentine's Day tripper. Yeah, alrighty then. There you go. Steve Vance is here. Yes. Let's see. Spinal surgery. Man, you've been through it. I was 6 years old that year. Old, yes. I am a septuagenarian. Whatever that means. Oh, you know, I just noticed my orange cup. Speaking of being old, this is the oldest piece of silverware that I own, I think. I had this cup when I lived on Palmer Road as a kid. So I moved out when I was 19. So this cup is definitely over 50 years old. Yeah. I just think of all the microplastic I've sucked out of this cup. Yes, indeed. All right, Steve Vance is here. Welcome to Slaggers. Gotta love all those references with such great chords. Yeah, I that song was a really weird endeavor on my part. That I wanted to write something with lyrics, and I just couldn't come up with anything. And so I said, I'm gonna do a song that's all hooks. It's gonna be just all references that everybody knows, or at least a lot of people will know these references. And so I just did it like a stream of consciousness where each thing ran into the next thing, kind of almost again like a joke. And then I had to try and fit music to it, which was a real challenge. And the hardest part was this part, you know. I'm over here, there, and everywhere, uptight and out of sight, kid dynamite. You know my name, look up the number. You know, that's in all different kind of crazy time signatures. This doesn't make any sense at all. And but it was fun to do. It was, you know, it was kind of, again, sort of like just challenging myself. Cast my fate to the wind. All right, so now I'm going to do a song from the Harry Warren Songbook. And the Harry Warren Songbook now is pretty old. It's like, I want to say 2017? 2017, the Harry Warren Songbook? Okay. And again, a blues song. And I got to say, this is one of my more favorite compositions. I don't know why, but I just kind of like this one. It's just sort of like, it's the most beboppiest thing I ever wrote. And it's a blues. And it's in the key of G. All right. There you go, there you go, there you go. Doug is a genius. I don't know about being a genius, but I'm a poet. But I don't know it, but my feet show it. They're Longfellows. Hold on. But my feet show it. They're Longfellows. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Just a pinch of that chicken grease to oil up that blue boppin'. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Love, peace, and a little chicken grease. All right. Oh, so now I'm going to do a song. This is from 1993. This is from a record called The Blue Lady on Chase Music Group. And I did this with Will Lee, bass player from the Letterman Band, and Will Calhoun, the drummer from Living Color, and later on with lots of other big name people. And same thing with Will Lee. He's played with everybody. And we did a little trio record. We did it live in the studio. And this Put Through Changes, this is Rhythm Changes. What do you think about that, Mr. Hyatt? Okay. And it's in B flat. And it's rhythm changes, and it's kind of pokey in tempo. It's not like a burning fast rhythm changes. But it's cute. It's got a little like angular melody thing. A little cute angular melody thing. It's like a hanging chad, okay? Anybody remember those? What election was that? That was the one that, I don't know, somebody was supposed to win, the Democrat, and it was the hanging chads that defeated him. Some nice chord subs, sort of. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Phil says, the thing I like about Doug's harmonic work is the way he gets between chords. Yeah, I had a whole thing, back in the day when I went back to school to get a degree in music. I was already an adult. I was in my middle 20s, and so I was always really into theory, and I was lucky in high school. I told you guys that we had Sanford J. Siegelstein was our music teacher, and he just happened to be the guy that played on Birth of the... no, he didn't play on Birth of the Cool. He played on... I think it was Birth of the Cool. What's the Nonette one? Maybe it was that one. Anyway, he played on one of those Gil Evans things where it was a nonette. Anyway, this cat, he knew everything, and he showed us everything. And he really got me into theory, like how things worked. Because I was one of those kids that when I was young, and if I got a toy, the first thing I would do would be to take it apart, which would really aggravate my poor mother because she just spent her hard-earned money, and I'd get a little toy truck, and the next thing you know, it'd be in pieces. I wanted to see how it worked. So I really got into the theory thing. So yeah, and so I'm totally down with that. And I can remember that, Sanford Siegelstein ringing in my ears. He would always say, "Leap within and step across," meaning that if you're sitting on a chord, right, you can jump all over the place on that chord. But when you're moving from that chord to the next chord, so if you're going from G to C, you want it to be smooth. C, right? And so that really informed my sort of harmonic thinking where, I don't know, just one thing led to another, where then you learn about, I could stick diminished chords in between these chords, and the diminished chord is really functioning as a 5 of this chord, and blah, blah, blah. And it's all sort of like this mathy stuff. But musically, it makes sense. And I guess on some level, mathematically, it makes sense, but that was kind of outside of my realm of understanding. I just felt like, this sounds good, and musically it makes sense to me. And my favorite players were doing it. That was the other thing, I had played guitar and piano and bass and drums long before I considered doing it as a career. So I was all just completely self-taught, and I wasn't doing anything super harmonically complex. So when I decided to do it for a living, I had to go back and get my shit together, and that's when I started seriously listening and super transcribing what people are playing, because I couldn't play like the people I wanted to play like. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Chuck Siegelstein. That was Sanford's, that was Sandy's kid. And, yeah, Chuck said that he was a jazz drummer, and I believed him. I shouldn't have. Oh, man. Yeah, theory stuff. Yeah, it's fun. Geek out, BVS said, nice show. Thank you. Yeah, but I got one more song. Don't go. I got one more, and guess what? It's a blues. And this is from... This might be... Oh, my God. Okay, so this is my first record on an actual legit label, all right? So this is from a record called When Dolphins Fly, and this actually was recorded live in the studio, because, again, that's me. I just like the live vibe. And 1990, so this is 36 years ago, and it's called Traxx. Traxx. How hip is that? Traxx. When Dolphins Fly. Yeah, those were the days. I was signed to Optimism Records. Ironically, Optimism went out of business, and absconded with the master for my next CD. Optimism. All right, let's go. So this song called Traxx. And guess what? It's a blues, but with different chord changes and a wacky technique. Invented by yours truly, Sir Douglas of Munro. This tune also has an all blues feel, yeah, and it has that. I don't know how I came up with that, but I did. It's like yodeling on the guitar. Yeah. So that was fun. And ladies and gentlemen, what do you know? We've done it. We did it. Wow. We did a whole night of original compositions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody got to thank Atlanta Pinstripes for coming up with this crazy idea. And it worked out good. And so I'm open for, I'm open for suggestions, So if there's anything that you'd like me to do, if I can do it, I will do it if it's in my wheelhouse, Let's see. My OCD got in the way, though. But back then, all my teachers thought I knew more than I thought I did. Yes. Let's see. Had 6 lessons from 3 instructors. The first moved 2 weeks after we started. It sounds like it could have been written to play on a telly. Yeah. Yeah, the double stops. Yeah. Yep. Sharon said, more. The third tried to steal my 1961 Ramirez. Wow. Phil says, love to everybody. Lisa says, thanks. Thank you, Lisa. Phil, Lanta, Jeff, Steve. Yeah. Yeah. This is like a bright spot, big bright spot in my week always. And I'll be back here next week. Who knows what I'll be doing? I don't know. But I'll be doing something. Hopefully it'll be cool. And I hope you all have a great week. And do me a favor. Go over to, you're watching this on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Yes, that'd be great. And then also up here, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. You get a free download every week. And if you are a guitar player or a bass player, any kind of stringed instrument player, right up there, labella strings. There you go. Boop. Yeah. My faves, my people, they're great. And I've been endorsing them for many, many, many years, over 3 decades. And they're fantastic. I highly recommend them. Great string. Then down below my headstock, boing, is truefire.com, where I do my teaching. So if you want to learn some nifty harmonic tricks, go over there. You can study with me privately through there. You can also, I have a channel with, I don't know, a couple of 100, 300 instructional videos. And I also have 3 or 4 courses. So blah, blah, blah. Go over there. Check them out. And that's it. So much love to you all. And hopefully we'll all be here next week. And until then, I wish you love, peace, and just that little pinch of that delicious chicken grease. All right.